Money 2020 has allowed us to be right here in the Rye, in Amsterdam, in one of the most beautiful countries in the world, the Netherlands, and interviewing people who help us grow. We are Cryptofocus. We have a focus on crypto, but today we're going to be talking to everybody, from TradFi to decentralized finance to Web3 to AI, to bring you what matters, because Money 2020 matters. And this event, this is the biggest tech, financial, money event in Europe, and we get to be here. So, and it was very interesting. I learn every day. I learn something new whenever I do these interviews. And then I sat down, and in my head, when I say accountant, you're thinking, hey, that's the guy with the little laptop sitting in his office, keeping track of the numbers. And then you sit down with Jeremie, and you realize, nope, he's doing it at another level. But he's still an accountant at its core, but he's doing it at another level. So make sure you watch this video, like this video, leave a comment, share this video so we could keep producing this type of content for you. So Jeremie, first off, welcome and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to sit down with us. Thank you for saying, hey, let me go sit down with a crypto platform just to make sure they understand what we're doing and how we manage. And on your website, you said you basically track the flow of money.
Yes.
Explain that to me in a nutshell.
So we are a core banking ledger and accounting platform for regulated entities. And that, by the way, includes crypto companies as well.
Yes.
Because now they're regulated. And what the platform allows those entities to do is to understand what's in their balance sheet and why it's in their balance sheet, which is what the accounting part of the business is.
Very good. It was very interesting. What's in the balance sheet, but most importantly, why?
Yes.
And that's part that usually nobody thinks about.
Well, I mean, if you're dealing with accounting, you do think about it.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised at how many businesses actually record money flows, but they don't understand why it's in this specific part of their balance sheet. And then they need to do a forensic job to actually go and figure it out. And the way that we've built the platform is by making sure that each event that arrives in the ledger is matched to an accounting treatment, so that automatically the transactions will enter the ledger at the right place. So the job down the line to reconcile and understand what's happening in the balance sheet doesn't need to be done, because you've predefined what accounting treatment is required for each type of transaction before they even touch the ledger.
Now, from our side, from the crypto aspect of it, from the crypto market, we deal with a lot of companies who do not follow, like you said, the predefined scope of what the accounting has to do. And that leads to a lot of, misinformation. It leads to a lot of disappointments. It leads to people running away with other people's money. How does your company step in to say, hey, we can prevent that? How does it do that?
So, you can't stop bad actors, right? So, I mean, you can't stop bad actors, but you can put in place guardrails that will make sure that the management of the company will know that something is wrong at the second it goes wrong, instead of having to wait, a month or 2 months or the end of the year audit to figure out, oh, wait a second, this was not supposed to be this way. The way that Ledger Rocket is set up makes it impossible for transactions to not be booked the way they were meant to be booked. So if a set of rules has been predefined, then this set of rules will be followed, and someone cannot decide arbitrarily to do something that they shouldn't do.
There are a few very important aspects to what he just said, so I'm going to simplify them. One of it, you cannot prevent bad actors, but you can set up guardrails. That's what he said. But more importantly, it will let you catch what's happening now, not at the yearly audit. That's very important. So whenever you actually say this and whenever you go into a sales pitch and you're like, you know something, Ledger Rocket, bring us in, let us help you. What do you say to a prospective client? What are the promises that only you can make?
So we can allow them to have that visibility in real time, which is essential because I don't think anyone can actually do that properly at the moment. To have a visibility of the balance sheet in real time, a full audit trail of every transaction that enters the balance sheet, which means that your auditors will only need to check how you've set up your accounting software and not each transaction that has entered it. Because if you've set it up correctly, the software ensures that all of the accounting is being done properly. And therefore, you will not have lost transactions that don't reconcile, that you don't understand why they're there. So this is what we help them to do. And we also, and then it depends who we're talking to. So if we're talking to crypto companies, for example, for them it's a matter of being able to keep the regulator on their side. So to be able to prove that the transactions that they show are what they say they are, right? So that they would stay compliant towards the regulator, which will allow them to keep their license, which will allow them to satisfy their auditors, etc., etc., right? So and the more, like I said earlier, like the more guardrails and the more controls you put into your accounting, the safer it is for customers to bank with you, right? Or to use you as a service provider.
That's incredible. So the one key takeaway that you should make sure that everybody that sees this video knows is, if you want to remain compliant in the crypto world or traditional finance, you need Ledger. And you need Jeremie. There you go. So Jeremie, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for sitting down with us, for giving us this information. And this is a question I ask everybody who sits there. What's the next step?
Well, the next step for us is really to, in each of our verticals, we want to be the best in each of our verticals, whether it's crypto, whether it's payments, whether it's banks, neobanks, right? These are the three categories of clients that we serve. And we want to disrupt those markets. We want to take over the legacy players because we're technically the solution is way more advanced, and we're here to prove it. So bring it on.
That is a perfect way to wrap this up. They are here to prove that they're the best. Bring it on. If you're watching this video, like it, share it, leave a comment. Thank you, Jeremie. That was an amazing interview. We are Cryptofocus live right here from Money 2020.